You think mastery is freedom. That if you could just learn enough, build enough, become enough, you'd finally feel whole. But what if the pursuit itself is a trap? We live in a time where everything is possible. Knowledge is cheap. Courses are endless. And you're told you can master anything if you just try hard enough. But no one tells you this. The mind that tries to master everything often ends up mastering nothing. We romanticize the polymath. The person who codes, paints, writes, speaks 5 languages, builds empires. A modern-day Da Vinci. But beneath that image is something darker. A restless soul. A fragmented identity. A mind stretched so thin, it forgets how to feel. The truth is, mastery without meaning is a slow kind of suffering. And when you try to become everything, you risk becoming no one. Before we dive in, here's what this video reveals. The rise of the modern polymath. The hidden psychological cost of mastering everything. And how your ambition may be pulling you apart. The polymath was never just a title. It was a rebellion. A refusal to be reduced to one thing. In every era, there were minds that overflowed. Da Vinci, engineer, painter, philosopher. Ibn Sina, physician, poet, astronomer. Franklin, Curie, Goethe. They didn't pick a lane. They created new roads. But today, the polymath returns in digital armor. A creator who edits, scripts, animates. A trader who builds models, reads the Fed, and codes strategy. A thinker who merges philosophy, psychology, and performance. It sounds heroic. Limitless. But that's just the surface. Because here's the dilemma. The more you can do, the more you're expected to do. And the world stops caring about depth. It only sees your output. You become a factory of brilliance. A content machine. A skill set. A resume. Not a person. That's when the curse begins, when your mind becomes a battlefield of unfinished identities, each one screaming to be heard. The mind isn't made to hold infinite identities. But the polymath tries anyway, until it splinters. When you chase many paths, you don't just gain skills. You multiply selves. Each craft becomes a voice in your head. The artist. The strategist. The builder. The philosopher. And each voice wants control. You start to fragment. You become intelligent, but indecisive. Creative, but inconsistent. Talented, but tormented. Jung called it the disintegration of the self. When you grow in every direction, but never grow inward, you become everything and nothing. No anchor. No core. Just a swirl of potential, endlessly searching for purpose. The world will praise your brilliance, but brilliance without unity is noise. It looks like genius from the outside. But inside, it's just exhaustion. You burn not from doing too little, but from being too many. You're not lost because you lack ambition. You're lost because the maze has no walls anymore. We live in the age of abundance. Free tutorials. Free knowledge. A million paths screaming for your attention. But here's the trap. Infinite options don't free you. They paralyze you. You bounce between learning and looping. Reading, watching, collecting skills. But never landing. Every new curiosity feels like growth. Until it becomes a way to escape depth. You chase stimulation, not understanding. Productivity, not purpose. It's a dopamine loop dressed as self-improvement. And deep down, you know it. Kierkegaard warned of the aesthetic man, a person addicted to novelty, forever avoiding responsibility by chasing the next thing. So you become excellent at beginnings, but allergic to mastery. You're learning more than ever, but you're building less. Because curiosity without constraint is chaos in disguise. You're not in competition with the world anymore. You're in competition with the version of you that never rests. The polymath's gift is hunger. But that hunger never ends. You finish one skill, one project, and immediately feel behind. You're chasing a ghost version of yourself. Smarter, faster, better. That version is your ego. And it whispers, if you stop, you'll fall behind. If you rest, you'll become irrelevant. If you slow down, they'll forget you. So you keep building, keep learning, keep performing, but not from inspiration. From fear. Fear of being ordinary. Fear of being forgotten. Fear of not becoming the one you imagined. And so, you wear excellence like armor. Polish your skills like trophies. Curate your mind like a museum. But deep down, you're exhausted. Because your ambition stopped being sacred and became self-punishment. You don't need to add more. You need to become whole. Mastery isn't about stacking skills like Lego blocks. It's about weaving them into something unified, personal, and powerful. The real polymath doesn't wear 10 hats. He forges one identity from many flames. He doesn't chase scattered goals. He channels everything toward a singular why. This is where most fail. They collect tools, but never build. They taste everything, but never digest. They evolve, but never integrate. Jung called it individuation, the process of becoming your true self, by reconciling your fragments. The painter, the builder, the thinker, the strategist. Not separate, but synced. The warrior who studies psychology. The philosopher who builds tools. The creator who leads a movement. All one. All aligned. Real mastery isn't being a genius in 10 fields. It's becoming a force. Directed, intentional, and indivisible. Not a collector of talents, but a curator of purpose. You don't need to prove that you're limitless. You need to protect the light inside you before it burns out. Being a polymath is not a flex. It's a responsibility. To know deeply. To build meaningfully. To carry the weight of complexity without collapsing under it. You'll be tempted to chase everything. To never stop learning, building, expanding. But mastery without stillness is burnout. Progress without peace is just noise. So take the silence. Read slowly. Create intentionally. Let your curiosity breathe, not beg. You can still become a master in many things. But only if you stop needing to be seen as one. Choose depth over display. Clarity over chaos. Wholeness over hustle. Because in the end, it's not about how much you know. It's about who you become because of it. You are not here to impress. You are here to transform. And that is the real path of the polymath.